Well, you and I were just talking about this individual yesterday when we were talking about the roster moves. No word on if he had been claimed or not. Well, it looks like that was not the case, as coming from the Detroit Lions Twitter account, we already reported on Maurice Alexander coming back to the Detroit Lions reportedly, but this one is official. The Lions have signed defensive end Isaiah Thomas to the practice squad. Again, I feel sorry for these people, man, these folks, because their life is full of just roster moves. You can't get comfortable. I'm sure the team tells you, hey, listen, we got to remove you, we got to waive you, and we intend to bring you back, assuming you're not claimed. Now, the chance that every team takes at this point is if you are waived, you have to clear waivers. And we've already seen Isaiah Williams be picked up by the Cincinnati Bengals and be put on their 53-man roster. So that is a price that they're willing to pay reportedly and assumingly, right? But it looks like Isaiah Thomas cleared waivers. Now, I am actually very surprised by this because the Cincinnati Bengals is where, okay, so let me clear this up for you guys, because somebody said in the comment section the other day when I said he was waived that he was from the Browns practice squad. Isaiah Thomas was drafted in the 7th round by the Cleveland Browns. He was then acquired by the Cincinnati Bengals and put on their practice squad. The Detroit Lions came and took him from that practice squad, had to put him on their 53-man roster, and then he was just waived a few days ago. So with him not being poached from a practice squad or being waived by another team, he could go through waivers, clear waivers, and then become essentially a free agent again. So he didn't revert back to the Detroit Lions practice squad, if I was confusing you guys, but he was basically gone through waivers and spent like 2 days unemployed, and then the Detroit Lions decided to bring him back in. Now, here's the difference in between what was and what is. Before, he was on the 53-man roster because he came from a practice squad. Now he is on a practice squad. He can also be poached by another team. But to what I was saying about the Cincinnati Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals were going to try to get Yannick Ngakoue, who was waived by the Ravens. Now, I think Yannick is better than Isaiah, but I thought that they would put in a waiver claim for him, seeing as how he used to be on their practice squad. But they said no bueno, and they decided to let him clear waivers along with the rest of the 30 NFL teams, obviously not including the Detroit Lions. So back on the practice squad. Now he is in the same state until he is signed to the active roster as Mitchell Agude or Isaac Ukwu, who is still waiting on his 3rd elevation. So apparently the Lions liked what they saw. I liked what I saw too. He not as polished as Muhammad is, who still doesn't have a sack, by the way, but I like what I saw from Isaiah. And he was wearing 35, and he's back on the team now via the practice squad. So I like this move. This is the best the Lions are going to get. It's the best they're going to get, being as where they are in the waiver wire. They are 31st. You know what I mean? But if a guy, there might be that diamond in the rough that kind of slips through the cracks because Isaiah Thomas was not coveted enough to be claimed, but Isaiah Williams was. And the funny thing about that is Isaiah Williams had pretty much no tape. Him and Isaiah Thomas had about the same amount of tape, but the Bengals, or a team, we don't know if they were the only team to put in a waiver claim for him, but they nonetheless put in a waiver claim. So, but Isaiah Thomas was not good enough to be claimed. So I don't know, but this is the best we're going to get. In his time with Detroit, he did play 2 games, had a total of 3 tackles, and they were all solo. Or no, they were assisted. I'm sorry. He had no solo tackles. So it would be good to see whether, he's going to be elevated. I would assume we signed him to elevate him. And I'm not going to be mad. Like I said, man, I'm not mad at this at all. The Lions need all the help they can get from anywhere it comes. I don't care. Again, I'm going to keep pressing this until hopefully the Lions pull the trigger on this. I would love to see Jason Pierre-Paul come in, be on the practice squad, one last run. I truly believe he can help us more than if we don't have him. That's just my thought. I'm going to keep pounding the table till the Lions sign him. I would hate to see him going to like the Kansas City Chiefs or the Baltimore Ravens with them now losing Yannick Ngakoue. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But welcome back, Isaiah. Didn't take long, man. Good you back in the league, got a job again, man, and hopefully you can actually get to the quarterback this time if you're elevated. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. This channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. I'm not going to say I didn't see this coming. I just was surprised because he was waived on Isaiah Thomas. Today's Tuesday, right? He was waived, I want to say, on Saturday. I didn't hear that he cleared waiver Sunday. Monday, there was no word at all, and now he's back to the team. You know what I noticed? If a person clears waivers, you really don't learn about it until they're signed to another team. But if they don't clear, we're notified of that. So, yeah. I wasn't surprised, but I also thought we would hear sooner. So, anyway, take care of yourself and each other and make smart decisions. And as always, go Lions.